Honorable Men Discord. In light of the Michael movie, here's a Prince and Michael story you just won't forget. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend and tell a friend I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So I came across this video, and this is courtesy of the Philosophy of Order. All right. And it's Elohim Ali, courtesy of Elohim Ali. Yes. So I came across this and I thought this was a hilarious story. I don't know how true it is, but I'm going to play it anyway. And let me know your thoughts on this episode, on this video, I should say, and whether or not you think it's a true event. But he does have some pictures to back up the story, but the pictures that he has does not show the actual event that you're going to hear about soon, which is on the road with driving. But let's get to this video and we'll talk about it further.
If you're a Prince or Michael Jackson fan, you need to stop. You need to watch this. This is serious. I don't make videos like this, but I need y'all to show this video to Dave Chappelle. Cut the tape.
Prince against Michael. Michael told me the story and showed me and gave me the VHS.
Oh, courtesy to Drink Champs, because this clip is from Drink Champs. All right. So this is Teddy Riley talking about a story involving Michael Jackson and Prince, but he's on Drink Champs. So this is actually courtesy of Drink Champs, but I got it from the Philosophy of Order. Let's get into it.
Michael told me everything. He said, "Can I tell you about the time that Prince tried to run us off the road? Me and my family. Can I show it to you?" I was like, "Sure." He said, "I'm gonna show you. Look." He pushed the VHS in. He said, "After this, you can have it." I said, "I have copies. I have copies."
Michael Jackson, no Michael Jackson. You gotta come up and say something.
"Come up here, Michael Jackson." Gave him hugs, and he just killed it. Did the moonwalk, everything. And James was just like, wow. After he did his thing, everybody went nuts. Michael went and whispered in James Brown's ear and said, "Prince is in the audience. I got somebody else out in the audience."
He just insisted that I introduce Prince. Yeah, Prince.
He took his glove off. He threw it in the crowd. He threw it back at him. Everybody now is like, who's this mother sucker? And Prince borrows the guitar. Prince was playing, and he hit the note, Bow. So he went, Bow.
No, he wanted it to keep.
He wanted it to
keep
scream.
Going. Right.
And it didn't scream. He tried something else. Then he said, "All right, let me just bust a move on you." Everything he tried just didn't work. Oh, he went to go get off the stage, so he didn't know that the light post was a prop. So and Michael's in the back just laughing. He said, "You know what happened afterwards?" I said, "What?" He said, "We was going out, my family was leaving backstage, and all we seen was the red Corvette, and it was Prince. He tried to run my whole family over. It was on after that."
Listen to me good. I need a Dave Chappelle skit. You understand? The millennials who grew up on watching the Dave Chappelle show, you know what I'm talking about. You know what kind of energy I need. Send this to Dave Chappelle. I know a lot of y'all celebrities be watching this, okay? And I love it. Great. Awesome. I need you to send this video to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, we need this skit. I love you all. Peace.
So here's the thing. Given that it was Teddy Riley on Drink Champs, I'm pretty sure Dave Chappelle's aware of it. Is he gonna just out of nowhere do a skit on this? I doubt it. I'd love to see it also, because for those of you that actually watched the Dave Chappelle show, the Dave Chappelle show was hilarious, especially rest in peace when Charlie Murphy was on that show. Oh man, Charlie Murphy was hilarious. But this entire story is hilarious and it makes a lot of sense. But clearly, as you can tell, both Michael Jackson and Prince were in the earlier stages of their career as young men. You know, obviously Michael Jackson was doing music with the Jackson 5 with his brothers when he was a young kid. But in that particular scene, you can see that Michael Jackson, his steps weren't as smooth as it is later on in his career. And Prince seemed to be a little rusty also. He didn't have that same effect that he had later on in his career. But that story sounds hilarious. And you almost have to wonder if Michael Jackson did that on purpose to embarrass him. Or was Michael Jackson showing love? Because one thing that the Michael movie showed was there was a scene, and this is a spoiler for those of you that didn't see it, so you could just mute me right now. There was a scene where Michael Jackson was in the pool, and he said there was a conversation between him and his brothers. Some words were exchanged, and Michael said, well, I gotta make sure I get it before Prince. So they put that in the film to show, for those of us that did not know, that Michael Jackson was competitive, and particularly competitive in terms of anything that Prince had to do. You know, anything that had to do with Prince, I should say. So this story to me is hilarious. That if it was a true story, which I don't see Teddy Riley having to make up a story for clicks. And Teddy Riley was saying that Michael Jackson himself actually had footage, which I don't know if he had a camcorder and recorded Prince driving fast near their car. But if that video ever comes out, oh man, it would just make the story even more epic. It would just make it more epic. What's your thoughts on all of that? What's your thoughts on the rivalry between the two? You know, people always try to put them up against each other, but two different types of artists. You know, maybe the dressing was, for both of them, their wardrobe was very outlandish, you know, but they were major performers. And back then, that was, you know, it called for that type of outfits and wardrobe for their type of music and what they were doing for the crowds that they gathered. But yeah, Prince is a different type of artist. Prince is a genius when it comes to that guitar and songwriting and so on and so forth. And Michael, we already know what Michael can do, you know. But the story is hilarious, and unfortunately for the reality of that story, they never did a song together. I think the only song they did together, and for those of you that know better than I do, I guess, is We Are the World. And that was a slew of artists. It wasn't just them two. So, but I don't even think they were standing next to each other. All right. And I think that video was the only video that I know of where they were both actually on stage together. I don't even know if there was another time that they were on stage together. It's crazy. It's crazy. But that's all I have on this. What's your thoughts on this? What's your thoughts on the story? Would you love to see Dave Chappelle do a skit on that story? And would you want to see that video footage of whatever Michael Jackson said that he had copies of, and he gave Teddy Riley the copy? I wonder why Teddy Riley didn't try to put that out. Or maybe he didn't want to deal with the family, or maybe he's just a stand-up guy and he's like, I'm not putting out mess out there. But I mean, you told the story, so at this point I want to see the video. All right, so even if he's not a person that wants to create any type of mess or chaos, my thing is, you went up on Drink Champs and you told a story, so now I want to see the video. I want to see that video if you still have it. And I can't imagine Michael Jackson giving you something and you just throw it out. So I'm pretty sure you have it somewhere in your vault somewhere. So do us all a favor and put out that video. That's my thoughts on this. But listen, as always, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend and tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And don't forget to watch my interview, the Q&A about the Harvest album that's coming out May 22nd. That's my album. And that Q&A video shot by No Mercy Harlem is at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday. So tune in, check it out, and I'll see you May 22nd for that album release. And as always, stay honorable.